Well, one of the rare times we're going to say good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the John Hunt Park in the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. It is state championship action, 6A boys between the Pelham Panthers and the Mountain Brook Spartans. As you see, Pelham in the black jerseys with the pink numerals. And then on the left side, it is Mountain Brook in the white jerseys, black pants with green numerals on the jerseys. As here soon we are set to have the teacher recognition for each school as they are wrapping up the lineups on field one behind us where 7A is getting started. Soon we will have the administration recognition. Austin Coletti here with you solo on the headset. Ben Eisenhower directing up in the booth above us. Fellow Pelham grad, Craig manning the camera to my right. Going to be a fun 4 hours of soccer. We've got 6A women's action coming at the conclusion of this game. As now it appears we are fixing to have our administration recognition. And here soon this game can get underway.
Fans, welcome to the Huntsville John Hunt Soccer Complex for the 2022 AHSAA Soccer State Championship. We'd like to take a moment to recognize our teachers and administrators from across the state of Alabama and all they do for our students. Please direct your attention to the field for the recognition of administrators and teachers. For Pelham High School, Principal and Athletic Director Kim Keel and teacher Kim Harrison. And from Mt Brook High School, Principal Philip Holly, Assistant Principal Jeremy Critter, and teacher Jenny Balcom. Please give them all a round of applause. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Alabama High School Athletic Association and Executive Director Alvin Briggs, welcome to the John Hunt Soccer Complex for the 2022 Class 6A Boys State Soccer Championship. As a reminder, in accordance with AHSAA policy, live video streaming of AHSAA championship events is expressly prohibited without prior written consent from the AHSAA. Under no circumstances may parents or fans live video stream an AHSAA event. Violators will be removed from the stadium. Now, let's meet our teams. For the Pelham Panthers, coached by Patrick McDonald. Starters are A.J. Godwin, Matthew Chow, Fabian Calderon, Trevor Esquivel, Alejandro Hernandez, Christian Campos, Marvin Aviles, Alex Hardy, Eusebio Hernandez, and Mark Valdez. And for the Mt Brook Spartans, coached by Joe Webb, Reed Herdine, Garrett Walton, Camden Hemstreet, Cole Knight, Jack Heaps, Vance Phillips, Finn Calloway, and Andrew. Referee for this match will be P. Gonzalez. He is assisted by John Dupree and Jeremiah Massa. Fourth official, Hal Youngblood.
So there you have your starting lineups, and this game is set to be underway. We are close to kickoff in the Rocket City. 10:08 is the time this morning. Mountain Brook in the huddle you see on your screen. They will defend the goal on the left side to begin this game. And then on the right, you see Pelham. The Panthers will defend the goal to the right. At the center circle, you do see your head referee for this match, Pete Gonzalez. Linesmen for this game, John Dupree and Jeremiah Massa. Massa will be the far linesman on the near side. It will be John Dupree. If need be, the fourth referee is Hal Youngblood. He will be manning the substitution box. And there's your opening whistle. Mountain Brook kicks it off. We are underway in the Rocket City. As this one tracks out of bounds. Mountain Brook entering this game 24-2. They have dominated really this entire tournament. They beat Fort Payne yesterday, and then entering in the playoffs as well. They beat Jasper, Pinson Valley, and Homewood by a combined 20-1. As Mountain Brook crosses the timeline, has a player tripped up going down. That's Jack Heaps. And a free kick awarded to the Spartans. Coming up to take this one is the goaltender for the game, Reed Herdine, who has a lot of power that he holds in that right leg. As a line drive sent to the box. Herdine, also the kicker on the Spartan football team. He is a junior, so they'll get to hold on to him for one more year. Clearing that one out of the box is Alejandro Hernandez, a junior defender for the Pelham Panthers. Pelham enters this game 23-4-1, winning their semifinal game yesterday. They also beat Wetumpka, Northridge, and Helena by a combined 7-2. And Mountain Brook has another player tripped up. That is Finn Calloway. And so now it's a free kick awarded to Mountain Brook, their second in as many minutes. Teeing this one up is Joe Armstrong. Armstrong line drive right off the head. Fabian Calderon. Excellent defense, and now sprinting for this one, Marvin Avalos. Nice outside touch to keep it in bounds. There's the captain, Eusebio Hernandez. Now working with it, Hurley Smith crosses it in and saved by the keeper, KJ Godwin, the senior. Allows his teammates to go in front of him. This one tracking to the right side and headed back into the zone by Mountain Brook. 3 minutes into this opening contest. Game one of a back-to-back. And a whistle is going to give play to Pelham on a free kick after the violation by Mountain Brook. Squaring up the free kick across the way is Kleber Esquivel. Esquivel, a senior midfielder. Puts the left foot into it. That one's going to go into the box. Mountain Brook heads it out. Excellent save by Finn Calloway. And we'll send that one past midfield. Here come the Spartans, threatening early. Looking for a foul, no call. Gets Vance Phillips. Now this one coming into the box and cleared out by the captain, Hernandez. Working with it far side, Cold Knight. Has it stolen away. Nice sliding tackle. Spartans able to try to get a shot at the box. And as that one goes out of bounds, one would think it would be a throw-in, which it was. They quickly get it in, and a nice save by KJ Godwin. Shields off the header. Godwin boots that one away. And Mountain Brook brings it back again. Coming with this one, Vance Phillips. And a sliding tackle by Mark Valadares. AHSAA reminds fans that we all play a role in education of our students. Parents, fans, and people in the community all set an example for students, whether they are aware of it or not. Help set a positive example in everything you do, both at the games and in your community. Good sportsmanship is what sets your school apart. As now a corner kick presents itself early for Mountain Brook. 5.5 minutes in. Set to take it across the way, senior midfielder Joe Armstrong. Mountain Brook rather unconventionally setting up their offense. They put their players in the goal. Bring them back out. And that one bounces off and chipped over the net. Hurley Smith knows he missed a golden opportunity. Godwin was blinded by about 3 different Mountain Brook Spartans. As a substitution comes in for Pelham, Christian Campos will check out. In his place comes Elder Esquivel. Esquivel will join his brother Kleber Esquivel. Kleber, the elder of the two. He is the 12th grader, and Elder is a freshman. And a nice sliding tackle goes the other way for Jack Heaps. Mountain Brook goes wide left. And it appears this will be a goal kick coming for the Pelham Panthers. Pelham has been on the defensive for a good majority of these first few minutes. They would like to make Mountain Brook have to play a little defense. That one knocked out by Valadares. That one crossed just at the top of the box. And kicked out. Mountain Brook wasting no time. On the throw in, Henry Tabb. And he's going to throw that one towards the goal line. Armstrong with it stolen away. Tabb receives it back. And an excellent outside left foot sends that one near half field. And a whistle from the head referee, Pete Gonzalez, will stop play. So the free kick from Pelham will flip the field, not for long, as Armstrong sends it the other way. Pelham will take the throw in. Set to take it is Noah Lee. Another substitution checks in for the Panthers. That is Austin Wallace, and he will take the place of Fabian Calderon. Calderon receives some coaching up from the head man himself, Patrick McDonald. And now another whistle, yet another violation. And coming up to take the free kick is none other than Reed Harradine. This one launched deep into the box, headed back out by the Panthers. As they retreat it and now send it in yet again. The turn and the shot popped up in the air, and it goes over the goal that is guarded by Godwin. And they're going to say the last touch was by Pelham, so this is another corner coming from the foot of Joe Armstrong.
Entering the match for Mountain Brook, Howie Eldridge.
Howie Eldridge will check into the game for Mountain Brook in the place of Hurley Smith. So exchange the junior for the sophomore. Armstrong raises the hand, the kick on its way. And that one goes way long, and Pelham can just let it bounce out for a goal kick. And now a quick substitution coming back in is Calderon. And in his place, substituting out is Alex Hardy. Hardy receives some coaching on the sideline. Captain Hernandez will boot this one away with the southpaw. Into the circle, battling for it, and a near handball, no whistle. And now a stoppage of play as tripped up on the turf is Kleber Esquivel. And the free kick, it appears the captain himself will appear to send this one away. Check that. That is 14 Elder Esquivel. And the young freshman sends this one a mile high. And Harradine, for the first time, has to put a glove on the soccer ball. There's no question how far this one was going. Well past half field. And it rolls all the way to the other keeper after a touch to KJ Godwin. Boy, Reed Harradine has an immaculate right leg. Pelham sends this one to midfield. A little slippage there. Armstrong sends it up. And in pursuit of this one, Howie Eldridge all alone outside the box. Line drive, crosses it in, knocked back out. And a nice turn and keeping it in bounds, Marvin Avalos. Armstrong sends it into the box, headed back out yet again. Kleber Esquivel dribbling with it at half field. Couple of step overs, makes his move, tries to pass it, couldn't do so, has it stolen away. Spartans back in familiar territory. They've been on Pelham's side of the field for a good majority of the first half. This one knocked out. And it will be a goal kick awarded to the Panthers. Set to check back in for Pelham is number 9, Christian Campos. As the goal kick comes up towards midfield. And Avalos sends that one across to the far side, working with it Valadares. And he gets tripped up. Correction, that one is Chalks. And Mountain Brook quickly stuffs that opportunity. 2 substitutions coming in for Pelham. Christian Campos along with Kenny Wawaru. My correction, that is actually 18, Leonardo Montoya. They take the place of Elder Esquivel and Austin Wallace. So after the substitution, the Panthers launch this one to the other side of the field, and it is quickly knocked back in. Here comes Mountain Brook yet on another offensive. A little back and forth action so far. As the Pelham Panthers now, they launch this one in towards the box. Still knocked around. The opportunity and a hold on Matthew Chalks. Here you see head referee Pete Gonzalez setting the record straight. Stern warning applied to Mountain Brook. And now it appears Marvin Avalos, along with Kleber Esquivel, are going to team up to take this kick. There, the 4-man wall has been built by the Spartans. Avalos, where's the 13 you see? It is Avalos. No, Esquivel gets it in the net! Kleber Esquivel strikes first for the Pelham Panthers. First goal of the game goes to the Panthers. Kleber Esquivel, the senior midfielder, connects on the free kick with the southpaw. Panthers on top, 1-0 over Mt Brook. With the ball is Godwin trying to direct a little traffic. Well, top spin, and this one headed over into the Mt Brook zone. And now this one's sent up yet again the other way, working with this one, number 3, Fabian Calderon. Pelham has found a little momentum. They'd like to keep it going. With what little time they have been in the offensive zone, they have converted that about 2 or 3 shots. That one by far their cleanest of the day. And now yet another hold. And Pete Gonzalez keeping the reins tight on this game. It's been physical to say the least, as on the ground momentarily is Alejandro Hernandez. Hernandez is the brother of the captain, Eusebio Hernandez, and Alejandro will now take the free kick using the left leg. Alejandro, the junior, and also Eusebio is a junior. Pelham heads it the other way. Mt Brook does the wise thing. They just clear it out near the bleachers. Excellent moves from Jack Heaps. Sends it back into the middle of the field. Armstrong lines this one, and it is stolen away. Fabian Calderon. Calderon surveying the field, pursued by Armstrong. Chipped into the middle of the field. Awkward roll off the leg of Lee. Thompson sends it up left side of the field. Beautiful sliding tackle made. No call. They say it was clean. And a nice turnaround. Mark Valadares. And they go on over to Valadares again on the ground. Has it stolen away. Both teams working for this one. Gotta love 6A boys soccer action. No foul call. This one goes to the box. Up to greet it at the line is Reed Harradine. Tell Pelham to get behind the circle. This one is launched. The captain, Eusebio Hernandez, almost got a concussion heading that one away. Reed Harradine can put power on a ball, unlike most goalies. Really, for any offensive player for that matter. He has got a powerful leg. Again, he is the kicker, too, on the football team. I'd be willing to bet he's money from 50. Calderon will take a seat, and in his place is going to come Leo Camargo. That also takes us to the water break. 19:40 remaining in this first half of a 1-0 game, thanks to Kleber Esquivel of Pelham, who made this game 1-0 off of the lone free kick just outside of the box. And the referees having a couple conversations with the players, trying to keep everybody calm in a very high-tension game. All the HSAA championships are made possible by the support of corporate partners: Alabama Power Company, Alpha, Coca-Cola, Encore Rehabilitation, Jack's Restaurants, Future Ones, Team IP, and Wilson. And corporate sponsors: Alabama Department of Transportation, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Cadence Bank, NFHS Network, and WOMTV. These fine corporate citizens are worthy of your support. A special thank you to our corporate partners. Water break comes just a little bit over halfway through this game, 20 seconds over to be exact. There you see the Pelham huddle led by head coach Patrick McDonald. There are a number of assistant coaches listed for the Panthers. As to which ones are brought with them today, I couldn't tell you. Wind has picked up immensely here in the Rocket City. Temperature has bumped up to 80 degrees. It says 9 miles per hour. I would beg to differ with that. I think it's a little higher. Mountain Brook breaks the huddle to my left on the right side. Pelham is set to break as well, and we will play the remaining 19 minutes and 40 seconds of this opening contest, game one of a back-to-back. The women's 6A championship is set to be decided by Homewood and Northridge. We'll also have that broadcast for you on the NFHS network. Same crew, same channel. Don't change the dial at all. We're just getting started. Out of the water break, we come to a dead ball on the far sideline. Pelham in search of their second ever state championship. Their lone one came back in 2017. Mountain Brook is looking to do something they've never done, and that's bring home a state championship. Bout to Birmingham. And Pelham sends this one to be headed away by the Spartans. Jack Heaps retreats this one back to his defenders. And now a roller is brought down and stolen away. Armstrong cuts it to the middle of the field and now flips the field. He gets it to Eldridge, who's going to send it up the line to Tab. Roll back in. Stolen away. As this one rolls out of bounds, throw in coming from Henry Tab. Surveys the field, tries to split a pair of Panthers, and has it headed out, and they advance the field. And this throw in is going to go well past the goal line. And so Captain Hernandez will take another whack. He'll use the left and look to get this one at midfield. Line drive, he does so. This one headed down. First touch won by Mountain Brook. Eldridge tried to save it. Gave it every effort that he could and unable to, as now the throw in is awarded to the Pelham Panthers, who lead this one with the lone goal. And this one kept in on the sideline. Sliding tackle by Tab. And Camargo did not like that one. And now Tab receives a stern warning from Pete Gonzalez. It has been a rather chippy game thus far. So far, no cards have been dished out, but the way that this game is trending so far, I would venture a guess that that will change. And now another opportunity coming. Avalos into the box. He sends it. Chalks. And he is knocked down. Shoved down, no call. Play was made on the ball first. And now Mountain Brooks Phillips with a whale of time now sends this one across. And KJ Godwin will let this one roll out. Has a discussion with junior defender Alejandro Hernandez, who is set to take the free kick, the goal kick on the right side. This one headed back up, and two players hit the turf, one for each team. And a free kick awarded to Mountain Brook. Joe Armstrong set to take it. Pair of substitutions set to check in for Pelham. It is Fabian Calderon and Elder Esquivel. And also a third one set to check in as well, 19, Alex Hardy. Popped up in the air, second try, Pelham as well. Pelham trying their best to clear it out. Mountain Brook sends it back in. And so a free kick, and those substitutions will now check in for the Panthers. Calderon, Elder Esquivel, and Hardy check in. Out come Matthew Chalks, Christian Campos, and one more. It is Leonardo Camargo, who hit the deck earlier after that sliding tackle by Tab. A little frustrated and also on the fatigue side. And now the other way come the Spartans. Pursuing that one, Callaway. Shielded off by Alejandro Hernandez. Throw in will go by way of Pelham. Alejandro. I was going to say Hernandez was set to throw it in. It was not, in fact, him. It was Valadares. Valadares now trying to knock this one away from Thomason. And has it stolen away, Montoya. And they're going to whistle him for a foul. Mountain Brook, a golden opportunity to tie this game. The free kick coming just outside of the 18-yard box. Under 15 minutes to go in this first half. And the free kick is lined up across the way from the right foot of Joe Armstrong. Sends it in. High. Goes on top of the net. Godwin's going to get the goal kick. Taking a look to my right, Kevin Garcia for Pelham. Appears he's trying to work out his right leg to play in this game. He has not entered the game yet, as he has to cheer on his teammates for the time being. Mountain Brook trying to enter back in the zone. And this one's going to be sent in, and calling keep is KJ Godwin. Godwin picks it up. Over here, Garcia kind of playing the role of an extra assistant coach, coaching up a few teammates to get them moved positionally. As a substitution is going to come in. Tab had actually checked out earlier, and now he's going to come back into the game. He's going to come in for Vance Phillips. So enter the junior, exit the junior. And being held up, that's an easy call, drawing that one counter on. And the whistle is assessed to Howie Eldridge. Alejandro Hernandez sends this one away, knocked out by Pelham's counter on. Mountain Brook with it near the circle. They come to the near sideline. That's Henry Tabb. And has it stolen away and sent into the zone. Godwin in dangerous territory, calls it off. Pelham, a couple of substitutions set to come in. Matthew Chalks and Leo Camargo both set to come back into the game. Pelham has rotated their players out through the entirety of this first half. And Valadares, splendid piece of defense, knocks it out. This one headed away on the right side. Another opportunity squandered away.
Entering the match for Pelham, Matthew Show, Leonardo Camargo.
And so the free kick taken by the captain, Eusebio. Hernandez has this one knocked around at midfield. Second touch and third touch won by Pelham as they try to come the other way on a nice move around Henry Tabb. And Mountain Brook steals it away. And this one sent in. And this one in the danger zone on the near post. Oh, KJ Godwin, the young man has taken quite a few lucky breaks. Hurley Smith, he had to drop to his knees after realizing it was such a beautiful opportunity. So the goal kick from Eusebio. Headed back in. Here comes Mountain Brook yet again. And knocking this one out of bounds, that one is Camargo. Now on the far side, Eldridge crosses it in. Sliding tackle, knocks it out, and Captain Hernandez will take this one to the left sideline, picking it up quickly, Henry Tabb. And this one launched into the middle. And tripped up. Here we go. Hurley Smith draws the whistle, and this is an opportunity to tie this game up at one apiece. P. Gonzalez. Here you see the head referee, Gonzalez, backing up that four-man wall of Pelham. Around that free kick, that is Jack Keepson, number 7, and Joe Armstrong, number 11. Indirect kick it is. And this one sent into the parking lot from Jack Heaps. Mountain Brook a little anxious.
Entering the match for Pelham, Austin Wallace.
Austin Wallace is going to check into the game. Out will come Alex Hardy. And so this one headed out by Tabb, and it appears possession should go to Pelham, and it does. And Austin Wallace will go up the field, and it actually appears it's going to be A free kick, and it is. Taking this one, Kleber Esquivel. Goal kick coming by way of the right foot of Herodine. And there's the power in the head of Herodine as of the leg of Herodine and hitting the turf. That is Kleber Esquivel, and it appears he may have collided heads. Esquivel says he's all right. So off the drop ball, Pelham is going to flip the field. They're going to go to the right side. In the middle of the field, working for the Spartans, that's Heaps. This one's stolen away by Camargo. And now Pelham. Sliding tackle, clean play. They still go. Mountain Brook's going to try to send it up and deflect it away. Pelham, a player knocked down, also no call. Jocks wanted a call for his teammate, didn't get it. Oh, and a nice reversal by Esquivel. Tripped up yet again. Captain Eusebio sending it the other way. And this one goes into the Pelham zone. Valadares is going to slide and knock it out, and now a whistle's going to stop play. And so off the free kick, this one enters the zone, corralled by Godwin. KJ Godwin keeping the Mountain Brook side of the scoreboard clean at a goose egg. Montoya is set to check in for the final 4:35 of this game for Pelham at the next dead ball that the Panthers get. Mountain Brook sending this one in. Godwin slides it out. How about the senior KJ Godwin? And a whistle, free kick coming Pelham. They've got a whole host of subs set to come in the game. Ray San Martin, Christian Campos, Leonardo Montoya, and Alex Hardy. And a soft touch from Esquivel. It's going to draw the whistle up. Pete Gonzalez. Mountain Brook wasting no time with that free kick. Just send it up the field. Try to catch Pelham while they're sleeping a little bit. The cross into the box. Header knocked away. And a whistle is going to send it the other way for Pelham. 3:25 remaining in the first half of the contest. 6A state championship on the boys' side. Mountain Brook Spartans who trail the Pelham Panthers. This one knocked down. Here comes Smith. Mountain Brook trying to enter the zone. Deep into the box. A high cross goes well over the head of the keeper, Godwin. And Godwin is going to have a goal kick with the last 2:45 remaining here in this first half. Spain Park leads Fairhope 2-0 at halftime on the 7A girls side. Thank you to my colleague Steve Moulton for that update. Armstrong sends that one over on the far side to Heaps. Works with it, making his moves, gets past Montoya. And now they drop it back to Henry Tabbs. Got a world of space to work with, closing quickly. And Pelham able to force the turnover. Smith has it stolen away by Tabb. Armstrong deflects it. And that one's going to track out of bounds. Mt Brook trying to push a pace this last minute 45. Pelham electing to knock it out. At this point, if you're the Panthers, just kill the clock. This one knocked out by Alejandro Hernandez. Working quickly with this one, that is Thomason, who loses the handle thanks to the pressure of Rasan Martin. Long throw-in is intercepted. Knocked out by Pelham. Mt Brook, this last 60 seconds, they are in the zone where they've been a majority of the first half. Can they keep it that way and get on the scoreboard in the process? Smith launches this one into the box. Headed out by Chalks. This one deflected away by Eusebio. Callaway works on the double team. Crosses it in with the line drive, has it intercepted. Avalos will knock it away. 30 seconds left for Mt Brook. And a save there by Godwin. As the last 15 seconds going to be killed off.
10, 9, 8, 7,
And the 10-second countdown as we're going to take this one to the half. 1-0, the Pelham Panthers lead the Mt Brook Spartans in the 6A Boys State Championship. We'll step aside from Huntsville. 60 seconds away from beginning the second half of the 6A Boys State Soccer Championship between Mountain Brook and Pelham. Welcome back to the Rocket City John Hunt Park, the destination for state championship action. Austin Coletti here with you solo on the headset. Former Pelham graduate Craig raising up his stanchion to man the camera to my right. And Ben Eisenhower, the director, up above in the broadcast booth. Taking a look at the first half totals, it was 4-2 the shots in that first half. Advantage Mountain Brook. However, the lone goal was scored by Kleber Esquivel. Scored that one 16 minutes and 14 seconds unassisted. That was a free kick just outside the penalty box. And since then, it has been a scoreless game. A total of 13 fouls were called in that first half, 7 on Mountain Brook and 6 by Pelham. KJ Godwin has been rather clean inside that goal. He's been a little busy. There have been some shots that have come his way. Only one has been on goal by the stat sheet. And the teams have flipped sides. Referees are the lone men we need to take the field. With the soccer ball, head referee Pete Gonzalez. To his left, Jeremiah Massa. To his right, John Dupree. Dupree has been the near linesman. The far side has been Massa. Manning the substitution box has been Hal Youngblood. So when we resume play, Pelham will take the kickoff, and they defend the goal to the left, Mountain Brook the right. Linesmen check the nets. They are good to go. 40 shiny new minutes on the clock. No less than 40 minutes are going to be needed to settle the remaining portion of this game. And 1-0 advantage for Pelham. The lone goal, again, was that free kick from the foot of Kleber Esquivel. Pete Gonzalez, the blow of the whistle, and that signals play for the second half. This one dropped back to the defense and sent up by Esquivel. As the keeper tiptoeing the line of the box, Reed Harradine. And this one's going to be sent 75% on the other side. Oh, my goodness, that's his shortest kick. It was right past the half line. Not many times he's going to do that. And now this one chipped high up into the air. Mountain Brook wins the first touch. Second one controlled down by Pelham, and it is kicked away. Pelham has the advantage of the wind at their back. And now this one launched on the way to the other side. Alejandro Hernandez going to pass it off to his brother, the captain, Eusebio Hernandez. And that one is going to roll out of bounds. Mountain Brook gets a free throw in. And so this one is tipped off of the chest of Callaway. And who is limping just a little bit. Also is missing an L off the back of his jersey. I would venture a guess that has come off in all of the pulling and holding that has been done. Harradine sending this one to the tip of the box and pushed down. And that's going to draw a yellow card. Oh, my. That yellow card comes at the expense of Enrique Madrid. Excuse me, that is Leonardo Montoya. And Reed Harradine with that bazooka of a right leg, set to take the free kick as he should be. He's going to have a sprint back all the way to his goal. High risk, high reward here for Mountain Brook. Herodine, the junior, awaits the whistle of Pete Gonzalez. A five-man wall trying to protect themselves in every way they can. Herodine sends it and knocked out by Godwin. Second and third opportunities knocked away. Herodine tried to go low, and now Pelham, a player slow to get up. And looks like he is good to go. That is Esquivel. And so after the stop, Eusebio will send this one the other way. A line drive curving towards the middle. Mountain Brook going to send it back into the zone. Phillips, rocket of a right leg, sends it left. One of the better shots that Mountain Brook has gotten off. 2.5 minutes into the second half, already an eventful first. Eusebio's kick chested down by Jack Heaps. As Mountain Brook sprinting for this one, trying to go with it the other way. Good shield by Callaway. And Callaway going to send this one into the box. Sprinting is Phillips, and he's going to get to it. He's going to save it in. On the goal line. Alejandro took one to the nose, no call. Callaway with it. Tries to make his move. Forced goal line comes back inside. Throwing this one in, Cole Knight. Sends this one to Phillips, has it stolen away. Crosses it way across the other way. Goes past the far linesman, Jeremiah Massa. There you see him carrying the flag in the orange uniform. And so now the Pelham Panthers will throw it in. Eusebio. Slowly coming the other way are the Spartans. There's some contact, no call. This one on the ground as Knight didn't get all of it. Herodine is going to let this one come and knocks it into the box where he can pick it up with the gloves. Camargo was close to making that one a second goal for Pelham. Couldn't get there in time. Mountain Brook works with it on the far sideline. Working with this one, Smith. And this one knocked out. And it is signaled goal kick. And you can see Hurley Smith wanting an explanation for that one. Thought that the Panthers touched it last. Alejandro sends it up. A lot of grabbing and a nice sliding tackle by Chalks. And taking a cleat right to the face, and Mountain Brook up in arms. Thought that was a dirty play. Phillips is up and good to go. And on the sideline, the near official, Hal Youngblood, trying to keep things calm. And now Pete Gonzalez also going to have a discussion. as they are trying to get things under control here on the sideline. A corner kick sent in by Mountain Brook, headed out by Hernandez. Coming to throw that one in is Callaway. Correction, that is Knight. Now they change it again. They've already thrown it in. Valadares knocks it out. Callaway takes the shot over the crossbar. And now a substitution checking in for the Pelham Panthers. It is Christian Campos. So enter Campos. Out is going to come Leonardo Camargo. Pass midfield into the possession of Pelham for the very short moment. And now the other way, here comes Callaway. Old Knight signaling to go on the far sideline. Callaway cuts back in, and the cross sent to the far post, and it is knocked away. Heaps knocked that one high. And so now it is a goal kick as Eusebio Hernandez Alex Hardy sprinting in pursuit for Pelham. This one chested out hard by Fabian Calderon. And Hernandez knocking this one around. A lot of back and forth so far at midfield. That one sent far side. Throw in awarded to the Panthers. Almost 8 minutes into the second half. As they stop play, a quick substitution on the field. Checking out of the game is going to be Joe Armstrong. In his place is going to come Howie Eldridge. And now another substitution, this one for Pelham. Fabian Calderon is going to come out, and in his place comes Leonardo Montoya. And now a whistle, yet another foul, and Mountain Brook going to be the beneficiary. And now, free kick. Glove down, jumped up in the air, Mountain Brook, and now a collision on the ground. KJ Godwin was knocked down by Camden Hemstreet. And now off the free kick from the keeper, Godwin. And the other way comes Mountain Brook. That one deflected off of Mark Valadares. Substitution checking into the game. It's going to be Joe Armstrong checking back in. And he is going to take the place of Hurley Smith, who's going to take a breather.
Entering the match for Mt. Brook, Joe Armstrong.
And now another foul is going to be awarded. And again, the beneficiary is Mountain Brook. Head coach Patrick McDonald for Pelham calling for a held jersey, not going to get it. And so Armstrong is going to be the beneficiary of a free kick coming just a couple feet outside the 18-yard box. A little two-man wall of Valadares and Alejandro Hernandez. Try to jump up, curving, and it is knocked down and comes out to Alejandro. Armstrong. Mountain Brook trying to keep it in the box and get off a shot. Cleared out, physical play. Players on the ground for both teams. And Alejandro Hernandez is still down. He took a shot to the knee. And that's going to stop the clock with 29:44 to go. Right now, the concern is for Alejandro Hernandez, the junior defender. Took a shot to the right knee. And it appears he will be subbed out. In his place is going to come a fellow junior, Max Sandoval. As they help up Hernandez and keeping that leg straight. Good to see he is able to keep some pressure on it. And now it looks like when we resume play, it's going to be a free kick for Mountain Brook. And it's going to come in that little semicircle of the penalty box. And who else would you expect to come up and take the kick? Reed Harradine. So Sandoval is going to check in for Hernandez.
Entering the match for Pelham.
There you see him entering the game, number 22. Hernandez under the assistance of a couple assistants. Makes his way over. Harradine launches this one just outside of the far post. Harradine clinches the fist, 0 for 2 on his free kicks. Elder Esquivel is going to come into the game. Out will come Leonardo Montoya. Free kick coming the way of the captain, Eusebio Hernandez. This one knocked down. Pelham losing the handle of it in pursuit of it. Joe Armstrong for Mountain Brook. There he works with it in the right corner. Sends in a shallow cross. Mountain Brook trying to push the pace with a throw in. That one enters the box. Eusebio knocks it out. Headed around. Pelham gets a foot to it. They send it to midfield. And a nice sliding tackle by Hemstreet. He's going to keep it the way of Mountain Brook. And working with this one, nice moves, Matthew Chalks. And knocked down from behind. Clean play on the ball by Armstrong. Now they send it to Callaway. Works with it, sprints on the near sideline, going towards the box. Now trying to go in the middle of the field, tripped up. Free kick, Spartans. They've been given every chance to tie this game, even take the lead with as many free kicks as they've had. This is now at least the third one coming outside of the box for a free kick. Teeing this one up will be Joe Armstrong. four-man wall built by the Pelham Panthers. Armstrong tries to go to the high outside post and can't get there. Pelham's defense holding strong. Good to see Alejandro Hernandez is going to come back into the game, and he'll take the place of Max Sandoval. For Pelham, Jude Smith is going to take the game, and he will take the place of Camden Hemstreet. Hemstreet slaps the jersey as he comes to the sideline, a little frustrated with the way these events have gone. Eusebio Hernandez takes the free kick, the goal kick, and it is sent to the far sideline. A nice showing of support from the fans, as you see. Cross sent in. And in pursuit of this one, they get it all the way over to Cole Knight. With the left foot, a high cross. Eusebio Hernandez takes the drop. And this one headed back. Wrong direction. Mountain Brook wanted to send that one. Awkward bounce off of the calf. Mountain Brook switches sides. They work on the far side now. Armstrong sends it up. Heaps with the left foot. Intercepted by Hernandez, who elects to knock it out of bounds there on the Mountain Brook sideline. Again, knocks it out slowly. Advancing is Mountain Brook. Calderona Montoya set to sub in at the next dead ball. And then shot near post, and it goes wide. Oh, the heart rate has got to be up for KJ Godwin. Got to be a sigh of relief every single time one of those shots goes wide. Mountain Brook has had just a multitude of opportunities. Every one of them has been nullified. Calderona Montoya come in the game. Out will come Alex Hardy and Elder Esquivel. Coming out of the game is Howie Eldridge for Mountain Brook. Hurley Smith's going to re-enter. Armstrong sends it up, intercepted. Mountain Brook trying to hold on to it. Phillips gets it back to Armstrong. And a turnover in the zone. Pelham sends it up. And that one tracks out on the sideline. So the throw in from Pelham, it is intercepted. And taking a drop to the turf. Pelham gets the free kick. Drawing the whistle there, it was Noah Lee. Now the other way, they cross it. Callaway just outside the box, works one-on-one with Alejandro Hernandez. And that one sent way outside. Armstrong in pursuit to keep it in, and he does. And that one's going to go out on the goal line. And so it will be a goal kick for the Panthers. Eusebio Hernandez set to take the goal kick. And we'll pass it off to Noah Lee on the far side as they go up the sideline, having it intercepted. I give Mountain Brook credit. They've been on the offensive side of the field for a good majority of this entire game. They have just not been able to break through the defense that is the Pelham Panthers. And now a whistle going to stop play. A late whistle going to be called and assessed to Pelham. Mountain Brook looks to quickly take advantage. Callaway crosses it and intercepted KJ Godwin. And yet again, Alejandro Hernandez is down. I did not catch what happened. Hernandez gets up, and it looks like he's still good. And so now Hernandez is going to check out. Sandoval is going to come back in his place.
Entering the match for Pelham, Max Sandoval.
So after all the shenanigans, we resume play with KJ Godwin. Puts the right foot into it. And yet again, intercepted by Mt Brook. They've just not been able to break through. That one deflected by Campos. Knight sends this one over to Phillips, who heads it out. Possession for Pelham. Hernandez good to come back in for Sandoval.
Alejandro Hernandez.
We're just a little under 2 minutes away from the water break, give or take. And Vance Phillips takes down one of Pelham's own. That sliding tackle, he takes down Christian Campos. And Alejandro Hernandez, who has recently checked back in the game, will take the free kick. Applies the left, sends it up. That one coming near the box. Somewhere that Pelham has rarely been to, but the few times that they've had, they have been able to convert 1 of 2 on their shots on goal in the first half. Lee heads this one back. Campos sends it up. Campos the miss. And so now they are going to go ahead and stop play. Not yet. Thought we were getting pretty close to the water break. This one sent across and missing on that one far side, Finn Calloway. On the goal line, that cross, and they're going to whistle that one out of bounds. And also that should now take us to the water break as well. Alex Hardy set to check in his place he will take Christian Campos. That will also stop play with 19:52 left to go in this first half, or excuse me, the second half. Still a 1-0 game for Pelham. Their advantage here in the second half. Win or lose, the name of the game is sportsmanship and AHSAA education-based high school athletics. The lesson learned on the court and in the bleachers is good sports are winners no matter what the score. Support high school athletics with good sportsmanship. KJ Godwin out on the goal to my left, receiving some coaching. as both teams huddled up and discussing their final adjustments for the remainder of this game, at least in regulation.
Substitution for Fairhope, number 16, Andrew Warner. Selection. For St. Paul, number 16, Lottie Hall.
And so after the break,
Number 1, Lyle Wilson.
Mountain Brook takes the field.
Andrew Hall.
Soon their opposition will do the same. That is the Pelham Panthers. Wind has picked up. Still says 9 miles per hour. I would venture a guess that's higher. And so a goal kick is going to be coming the way of Pelham. And teeing this one up, it is Eusebio Hernandez. Eusebio launches this one. Headed out by Mountain Brook. As now the throw in sent in by Noah Lee. Knocked back out by Mountain Brook. Lee sends it up. Shocks launches this one the other way. And Haradine's going to knock it back into the box where he can pick it up. And that one hits right off of the back of Leonardo Montoya. I wouldn't be surprised if he's numb for a split second. That was a laser beam. Throw in coming by way of Pelham. Pelham keeps it in the zone. Esquivel whiffs at the first one, keeps it in play. Sent past Haradine on his near post.
Substitution for Fairhope, number 6, Emily Fitzgerald. For St. Paul, number 11, Alex Langdon.
Entering the zone. Mountain Brook working with it. Heaps. Near side to Cole Knight. That cross brought down. Here comes Hardy. Has space, works with it, sends it up. Now gets it back from Montoya. Knocks this one up to Haradine, who puts the left foot to it. And a whistle is going to stop play. And it appears Haradine is going to come up and take this one. And a grounder. Intercepted. Here comes Avalos. Sends it over far side. Calderon goes up the sideline, and he is pushed. That draws a whistle. And so whatever the foul was called, it was actually on Mountain Brook. Haradine sends this one a mile high. And Alejandro Hernandez knocks it down, and a whistle is going to be called on Mountain Brook's Joe Armstrong, who does not like the call. Hernandez Alejandro, that is, with a noticeable limp. And now his brother Eusebio, the captain, sends this one in. Working with it, Avalos. Tripped up, the other way we go to Mountain Brook. Armstrong sends it away. Alejandro will deflect this one out. That one goes over to the fence line of the bleachers. On the left side, you see the Mountain Brook faithful to their left. Right side from our vantage point is the Pelham faithful. As picking that one up is Godwin. It has been a physical game, to say the least, and I will give props to this referee staff led by the head man, Pete Gonzalez. They have kept it under control. High stakes, high emotion, high tension. Armstrong tries to deflect it in, and he does. He is tripped up. No call. Shot deflected away. Esquivel clears it out. And on the far side, in pursuit, Henry Tabb. And now working with it, Hardy. Lost the handle of it, now near side. They come to Jude Smith. Hands it off to Hurley. Couple of step overs, crosses it. The tap, they can't get it over to Armstrong. Avalos sends it away. Harradine out of the box, needs to get rid of it, and does. Heads up over there. And that one bounces into the first row.
Entering the match, the Pelham, Austin Wallace and Elder Esquivel.
Austin Wallace and Elder Esquivel will take the place of Alex Hardy and Leonardo Montoya. And the throw in from Valadares. And now in pursuit of that one, Elder Esquivel. There, collision. Hurley Smith goes with it the other way. Stopping him quickly, Austin Wallace. Noah Lee works with it, sends it up. And that will be greeted by one Reed Harradine. And now on the break, Mountain Brook crosses it in. They miss the header. Other side it goes. Hurley Smith tries to split the double team, deflect it out, and it's a corner kick. Mountain Brook gets the set piece. The cross, headed out. Godwin comes up to get it. Takes an awkward roll off of Godwin's right leg. Lee tries to kick it out, has it deflected by Armstrong. They call it out of bounds. It goes the way of Pelham. However, it does pin them back as far back as you can in that zone. And Noah Lee is on one knee now. Good to see he's at least back up partially, and now that's going to draw back the sub of Max Sandoval. Also see Howie Eldridge is going to sub back into the game for Mountain Brook. And across the way, he's going to take the place of Finn Calloway, who you see trotting off in the white jersey. Good to see in front of me Noah Lee is okay. That ball deflected out. Hits off of our protective tent. And set to throw it in is Valadares. Massages that right knee to make sure he's okay. Mark Valadares set to go. Esquivel, nice fake. Has it deflected away. Callaway sends it up. Vance Phillips works against Hernandez. Has it deflected out. They waste no time. They get it to Callaway. Valadares from his knees making Callaway work. A low cross, nearly scooped up and deflected out by Godwin. Free kick, corner kick coming here from Mt Brook. Spartans, they send it in. And knocked out by Esquivel. Sent back in by Thomason. Godwin has to punch it out. How about the goaltending of KJ Godwin? And Hernandez knocks it out. This goes to Esquivel. Chested down by Harradine. Gets out of harm's way and just rolls it over to Cole Knight. Armstrong got an opportunity. Crosses into the middle. And sliding tackle. They save the shot. And now a whistle's going to stop play as taking the ground and having to hobble off. That is clever Esquivel. Clearly his right ankle. Maybe even a calf, possibly a cramp. And also you can see he does have a brace on that right knee. Certainly hope he did not re-injure it.
Entering the match for Pelham, defending Pelham, Leonardo Montoya.
So Noah Lee, Leonardo Montoya sub into the game. Also one more, as they will take the place of Austin Wallace, Max Sandoval, and Clever Esquivel. She coming back into the game as one of those subs was Noah Lee. Good to see that he is good and back in. And Hardy in pursuit on the far sideline, works all alone, needs teammates to help him. And he's going to send that shot down on the ground. Harradine saves it. As that one just dies at midfield. Valadares working, tries to get help from Montoya. And they send this one up to Joe Phillips. Armstrong, who has this one nearly stolen away. Callaway works with it. And that one's sent away by Avalos. Montoya. The header sent back in by Elliott Walton. First time we've had the chance to say his name. And this one sent in. High it goes. And headed in by Armstrong! We got a tie game!
leaving the bench and entering the field to celebrate. Entering the match for Pelham,
Leonardo Camargo is going to check into the game for Elder Esquivel. What a turn of events in 6A state championship soccer. Mountain Brook has been on the Pelham side of the field for a majority of the game, and this time they connect. As scoring that one was Armstrong to tie this game at 1 apiece. We might be headed for extras. Under 9 minutes to go. Throw in awarded to Mountain Brook. Knight pushing the pace. Fakes back, now goes up to Joe Armstrong. Heads this one back, and Pelham retains possession. Mountain Brook nearly able to save it on the near sideline. Elder Esquivel is going to be checking into the game. And out's going to come Leonardo Montoya. Camargo tried to go over his head, and in the process hits himself in the head with the ball. And now Mountain Brook off the turnover, works Callaway. Cuts it inside, low cross. Cleared out by the captain, Eusebio Hernandez. Under 7 and a hook to go in regulation. Mountain Brook crosses it. Bicycle kick missed. Sent back in, over the top it goes, outside, touch and outside. Right idea, Vance Phillips can't connect. Well, there is no question momentum wears that of a white jersey of the Mountain Brook Spartans. Looking for win number 25. And Eusebio Hernandez sends this one all the way over to the keeper, Reed Harradine. Valadares chests it down. And in pursuit of that one, that's Calderon. And now a stoppage of play and a whistle is assessed to Mountain Brook. Valadares to take the kick. And correction lined up, that is Elder Esquivel. Avalos has it stolen away. Spartans trying to work with it. Here they come. Mountain Brook on the charge. Eldridge all the way to the box. Crosses it over. The shot deflected away by Godwin, and a whistle. Now Godwin a little slow. As it appears that Mountain Brook was whistled for offside. And so the free kick taken there. You see the captain, Eusebio Hernandez. Sleeves rolled up as he should out here in this southern heat. Temperature just north of 80. There's clever Esquivel. Works with it. As it poked away into the hands of Chalks. Alejandro. Now back to Kleber. And he is shoved down by Jack Heaps. A number of fouls have been called both ways. And to my recollection, I have yet to see even a yellow card be assessed, although I could be mistaken. This one sent into the box, and a missed kick by Chalks. Phillips heads it down. Valadares takes it the other way. Chipped up, Harradine goes to pick it up. And that one sent halfway into the Pelham zone. Boy, Reed Harradine, what a cannon that he has got attached to that body for a right leg. Early Smith's going to check into the game for Finn Calloway. Camargo and Hardy check out in their place. Come Elder Esquivel and Christian Campos. Smith works with it. Elects to take the drop. Back to Jude Smith. And also that goes now to Elliot Walton, who's going to send it up. Center field, Andrew Thomason works with it. Now gives it on the near sideline to Cole Knight. Line drive cross, intercepted and sent away, Alejandro Hernandez. And now Mountain Brook, under 3 minutes to go, looking to push the pace and untie the game. Long shot, far post. KJ Godwin catching a break. Esquivel works with it, gets it up to Chalks. Stops it with the sole of the foot, and he's tripped up. That's going to draw a whistle. Another whistle assessed to Jack Heaps. Can Pelham convert with 1:54? Gotta love it coming down to the wire in the final 2 minutes. Esquivel sends it high in the air, and Harradine can watch it go. Harradine sends it halfway across the field, headed in by Vance Phillips. Now working with it, Calderon tripped up, another whistle. And he's slow to get up, but he's good to go. 60 seconds even remain in half number 2. This is where you love the professional rule of extra time. Add on those extra minutes before you go in overtime. Sent in by Avalos. Pelham got to take a shot. Esquivel tries to make a move and does. Can he get off a clean shot? Gonna be hard to. Sends it over the net. And so 30 seconds remain. And it appears we will head to extra time. Unless Mountain Brook can get a late charge, that's where we're going to go on this Saturday afternoon. Oh, there you hear the countdown. And that does it for regulation. We're tied at 1.
maximum enjoyment of all the fans.
We'll step aside here for a couple minutes, and we'll come back with overtime of Pelham and Mt Brook. "80 minutes just simply weren't enough to settle this battle between the Pelham Panthers and the Mt Brook Spartans. Overtime is set to take place in the 6A Boys State Championship. Taking a look at the stat sheet from the second half, Mt Brook put up 12 shots to Pelham's 4. And finally, out of all of those, they managed to connect on one. That goal was thanks to Vance Phillips, they give that credit to. I had that one listed as Armstrong. So put 5 minutes on the clock. And let's play an extra session of soccer. From what I've been told, there are a possible 2 5-minute overtime sessions if need be. And then if that isn't enough, Then it will be the ever so high tension PK shootout. And as Pelham breaks the huddle, teams have flipped sides again. Where they started the game, Pelham to the right, Mt Brook to the left. Netminders of Reed Harradine and KJ Godwin, both of which have put up outstanding performances. One of them is going to have to take the loss. Before we begin, I want to remind you that the AHSAA reminds fans that we all play a role in the education of our students, parents, fans, and people in the community. All set an example for students, whether they are aware of it or not. Help set a positive example in everything you do, both at the games and in your community. Good sportsmanship is what sets your school apart. One of these teams will set themselves apart as the champions in Class 6A in the state of Alabama. Joe Armstrong has it teed up for the Mt Brook Spartans. Pete Gonzalez gives the whistle. Overtime underway in the Rocket City. Mt Brook, as they've been most of this game, in the offensive. Crossing it in. Godwin punches it out. Now working with it on the far side. Heaps. Into Phillips. Takes a shot. Far post, and he misses. One of the better shots Mt Brook has had of their 17 now. Eusebio Hernandez takes the goal kick. Avalos has it poked away. Regains it. Makes his move. Here comes the Panthers on the charge. Avalos knocked down, and there's the whistle. And now the free kick is awarded to the Pelham Pink Panthers. Set to take the free kick, that is Elder Esquivel. Puts the right boot into it, and it bounces in the box for a moment, and then it is sent back out. Knocked around, into the box it goes. Little game of head tennis. Over the crossbar, and Reed Harradine catches a huge break, and Pelham's going to get a corner. Taking the set piece, Elder Esquivel rushes over. It's going to be Mark Valaderos. Valaderos, the cross. And now there's going to be a whistle and a violation on Pelham. And having to check out of the game is Andrew Thomason. And I think there's a little bit of a bloody nose. In his place is going to come Will Nichols for the first time, a sophomore midfielder. And Harradine launches this one. No question what he was going to do with that one. And Vance Phillips knocks down Kleber Esquivel. Phillips given a stern warning, but he is able to stay in the game. What a morning/afternoon of soccer this has been. 9 minutes past the noon hour in the Rocket City. As Avalos works with it on the far sideline, tipped out possession is given to Mt Brook. Thomason good to go, set to check back in for the Spartans. And Hernandez with the foul. So after the play, it will be a goal kick. Eusebio Hernandez set to take it. Nichols checks out. Back in comes Thomason. A minute left in this first overtime period. If need be, there will be a second one. In pursuit, Calderon. Sent back out by Harradine. Takes a spin to the middle. And Esquivel sends it back in for the time being. Chips that one away over to Noah Lee. That one's going to fly out of bounds. We approach 30 seconds remaining in the first overtime. Oh, and a near handball by Vance Phillips. He puts the hands down. Now working with it, that is Thomason. Sends it up. Hurley Smith outside the box. Sliding cross, and it hits off of the base. Sabio Hernandez helping up Hurley Smith, who comes up limping and now has to go down to the ground. And that is how we end the first overtime period. We'll step aside from the Rocket City. Overtime one out of the way, a 1-1 game in Huntsville, Alabama. We're back for the second overtime of the 6A Boys State Championship. Put 5 more minutes on the clock. Switch the sides. Let's go to overtime number 2. Pelham, Mt Brook, the 6A Boys State Championship set to be decided. And if these 5 minutes are not enough, then we will go to the penalty kick shootout. Kickoff will go to Pelham. There you see Matthew Chalks set to take the opening kickoff of overtime number 2. There's that beautiful whistle of Pete Gonzalez. Let's play ball in overtime number 2. 85 minutes have not been enough to decide it. Armstrong sends it up. Phillips tries to tip it up, and it is sent away. The captain, Eusebio Hernandez, able to knock it away on that shot by Phillips. And now a shoulder hard coming in for number 4, Henry Tabb. And also it knocks down his own teammate. Can't get a read on that number just yet. But a number of Spartan teammates going over to check on their brother who has now had to go back down. That was a hard shoulder. Stops the clock 29 seconds into the second overtime. And now coming off, that is Elliott Walton, a junior defender from Mt Brook. And it looks like he's good to go.
Into the match from Mt Brook, Graham Cooper.
So Grant Cooper is going to come into the game for Walton. Graham Cooper wears number 17. He's a junior as well. Free kick is coming from the right foot of Marvin Avalos. On the far side, there's the whistle. Sent in and corralled easily by Reed Harradine. That one chested down by Calderon, a world of space. Up the line it goes, into the box. Harradine calls it off. Loses the handle of it, and that one tracking towards the goal and has to be cleared out. Matthew Chalks almost had a freebie. Oh, Reed Harradine catches a break. Montoya to take the corner a minute into this second overtime. They are set, a low line drive cross. Outside the box, low liner. Avalos just couldn't work its way through the defense. And Noah Lee makes the stop. Sends it back up. And Eusebio Hernandez goes to the ground. My goodness, the physicality continues. And he is down. It looks like he took that one near the calf or the ankle of that right foot as you see him holding on to that leg. Oh, they check on him. Elliott Walton's going to check back into the game. He'll take the place of Graham Cooper.
Entering the match for Mt Brook, Elliott Walton. And for Pelham, Max Sandoval.
And so the traditional defensive substitution of Max Sandoval now subs in for his third different teammate on the defense. For the first time today, the captain, Eusebio Hernandez, has to come out. I would be curious as to how long that's going to be. And he's going to come right back to the substitution box. He's good to go. And another free kick coming for Marvin Avalos, the senior midfielder. Clever Esquivel stands to his right. Esquivel, he's going to take it. Low liner, grounder, easy for Harradine to stop. And he'll send this one away with a good portion of topspin. Now in pursuit, Armstrong. Sends it up, Vance Phillips. Long cross for Callaway. And going past KJ Godwin. It gets the hands on it. And now KJ Godwin is also slow to get up, as is Vance Phillips. Looks like they're good to go. Correction, that's not Phillips, that's Eldridge. Hurley Smith is going to come into the game for Howie Eldridge. There you see Smith coming into the left of your screen wearing 14 and for Mountain Brook. Eusebio Hernandez is going to check in for Mark Balladares. Balladares gets a breather, 2 minutes even into the second overtime. And so after Godwin clears it out, play resumes. This one goes into the Mountain Brook zone. That one racks the tent right above us. I love that that protects a concussion from happening. Sandoval high in the air. That one's going to go into the middle of the box and sent back out. Avalos there is waiting, and he is knocked down, and it appears it got all ball first. Working with this one, Mountain Brook. They chip it in. Phillips. Sent around, and now Sandoval. He'll be able to clear this one out. Thomason sends it over. That's Henry Tabb. Hurley Smith back over to Tabb. Off of a Pelham Panther. And Noah Lee has it stolen away. Hurley Smith working with it at the goal line. A liner gets past the teammate Heaps. And now it's going to be a goal kick for Pelham. So Alex Hardy will enter the game, the senior defender. And there is an injury across the way. That's Noah Lee, who is going to sub out of the game. Eusebio Hernandez to take the goal kick. 1:40 remains. Pelham in search of their second ever state championship. Mountain Brook their first. And we are 1:40 seconds away from it coming down to a PK shootout. Phillips uses the heel. Now to Armstrong, up to Callaway, just outside the box. Works one-on-one with Sandoval. Now goes towards the goal line. Crosses it in, slid out Armstrong, couldn't get to it. Cole Knight with the left, sends it in, headed out by Alejandro Hernandez. Chest it down, Phillips sends it in for the first time in school history. Mountain Brook wins the state title. And new state champions in Class 6A, the Mt Brook Spartans. Mt Brook completes the comeback, down 1-0 midway through the first period. They scored a goal with 9 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the second half to force overtime. And with 65 seconds left from going to a penalty kick shootout, Mt Brook puts away the game winner. A heartbreaking moment for the Pelham Panthers. And now we will have the presentation of the MVP and the championship trophies at midfield.
Please direct your attention to the field for the awards presentation for Class 6A boys. On behalf of the Alabama High School Athletic Association, appreciation is expressed to our corporate partners, Alabama Power, Alpha Insurance, Coca-Cola, Future Ones, Encore, Jax, Team IP, Wilson, and to our corporate sponsor, Cadence Bank. The AHSAA would also like to thank the City of Huntsville, the Huntsville Sports Commission, the John Hunt Soccer Complex, and its staff for hosting the 2022 State Soccer Tournament. The awards will be presented by Mr. Alvin Briggs, Executive Director, AHSAA, Marvin Cho, Assistant Director, AHSAA, and Mr. Mark Russell, Executive Director of the Huntsville Sports Commission. First, the most valuable player from Mt Brook, Vance Phillips. Now, the 2022 runner-up, the Pelham High School Panthers and Coach Patrick McDonald. And the 2022 state champion for Class 6A is the Mt Brook High School Spartans and Coach Joe Webb. Ladies and Gentlemen, this concludes the award ceremony. Thanks for your support of the 2022 AHSAA State Soccer Tournament.
So there you have it one more time. Final score, Mountain Brook 2, Pelham 1 in double overtime. Mountain Brook takes home their first state title in school history. That does it for game number 1 of our back-to-back. We will step aside from the Rocket City, and then when we come back, we will get you set for another state championship bout set to take place. It's the 6A girls side, Northridge and Homewood. We'll take a break and step aside from Huntsville.